Sigmund Freud quotes about sexuality. Sigmund Freud, 1856–1939, was the founding father of psychoanalysis, a method of treating mental illness and also a theory that explains human behavior. Freud believed that the events of our childhood have a great influence on our adult lives, shaping our personality. For example, anxiety arising from traumatic experiences in a person's past is hidden from consciousness, and can cause problems during adulthood, in the form of neuroses. So without delay, let's start this video. How bold one gets when one is sure of being loved. In human beings, pure masculinity or femininity is not to be found either in a psychological or biological sense. No one who has seen a baby sinking back satiated from the breast and falling asleep with flushed cheeks and a blissful smile can escape the reflection that this picture persists as a prototype of the expression of sexual satisfaction in later life. We know less about the sexual life of little girls than of boys. But we need not feel ashamed of this distinction. After all, the sexual life of adult women is a dark continent for psychology. Homosexuality is assuredly no advantage, but it is nothing to be ashamed of, no vice, no degradation. It cannot be classified as an illness. A man's heterosexuality will not put up with any homosexuality, and vice versa. In matters of sexuality we are at present, every one of us, ill or well, nothing but hypocrites. Much of our highly valued cultural heritage has been acquired at the cost of sexuality. The mind is like an iceberg, it floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. We choose not randomly each other. We meet only those who already exist in our subconscious. The only shame in masturbation is the shame of not doing it well. Love in the form of longing and deprivation lowers the self-regard. If you want your wife to listen to you, then talk to another woman, she will be all ears. Where they love they do not desire, and where they desire they do not love. When a love relationship is at its height, there is no room left for any interest in the environment. A pair of lovers are sufficient to themselves. Sigmund Freud. The behavior of a human being in sexual matters is often a prototype for the whole of his other modes of reaction in life. If there are quarrels between the parents or if their marriage is unhappy, the ground will be prepared in their children for the severest predisposition to a disturbance of sexual development or to neurotic illness. The sexual wishes in regard to the mother become more intense and the father is perceived as an obstacle to this gives rise to the Oedipus complex. A person who feels pleasure in producing pain in someone else in a sexual relationship is also capable of enjoying as pleasure any pain which he may himself derive from sexual relations. A sadist is always at the same time a masochist. A love that does not discriminate seems to me to forfeit a part of its own value, by doing an injustice to its object, and secondly, not all men are worthy of love.